Pat Reagan. Well, we read the bio about Patrick Freeman, but also I want to share something with you about Pat. Pat came to 1490 probably about 7 years ago and did a speech for Black History Breakfast. I don't know who all was here remember that speech. He was just dynamic. And we're honored that Pat could come here and speak before us. I'm going to read a little bit about Pat. I've known Pat all his life, probably. Me and his brother is very good friends, and his mother is in attendance today. Patrick was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey, to Dr. and Mrs. James Freeman. He spent his early childhood years in Washington, D.C., where his father was a professor at Howard University. He moved to Buffalo, New York towards the end of his early years. Patrick attended Bennett High School, my alumni, from your Bridges alumni, and excelled in sports. He was all high, brother, as a football player. Hey, Board of Education, you might have to change that. He was all high as a football player. He joined St. John Baptist Church in his youth. He's been committed to his community from his early beginnings. Patrick attended Morehouse College. He graduated from New York State Police Academy and holds a Bachelor of Science in Liberal Arts at Sunny Regions College. Patrick holds numerous awards from organizations throughout the city and the nation. Patrick Freeman, sport talk show host, entrepreneur, the mighty Ova. Patrick, would you please come up here?
Good evening. I want to thank Herb Bellamy, my older brother. A lot of us were high and fun during high school. But we tried to grow up to be good citizens. One of my classmates is the Reverend Darius Pritchett. He's one of the finest men that I have ever met. Another classmate, my older sister, is the Honorable Judge Shirley Troutman to my right. And not only were we classmates at Bennett and products of the public school system of the city of Buffalo, but we were proud members of St. John Baptist Church under the leadership of the late Dr. Bennett W. Smith. One of the great privileges that I could ever have is being the worshipful master and a member of St. John's Lodge number 16, Prince Hall Masons. I'm currently the District Deputy Grand Master of all Prince Hall Masons in the 7th Consignment District. Our oldest member more than 56 years, is the Honorable George K. Hart. All right. Since you are present, it is the custom among our people that I ask my elder statesman for permission to speak. Thank you. I'd also like to acknowledge one of the finest mayors in this country, one that put and understood the dynamics of what was about to happen. Many people criticized you for that rainy day flood, but you had the vision to know that there was a calamity waiting on the horizon. The Honorable Mayor Brown. I remember several years ago we had a conversation on Delaware Avenue, and I said to you, you'll be the next mayor of the city of Buffalo. Remember that? I didn't say you'd be the first black mayor, but you would be the next mayor. Why? Because you're most qualified for that position. And when I speak today, I want to speak to you. The Black Achievers is one of the most important events in this city, in this county, in this state, because you see the dynamics of the results. So I would like to say to President Herb Bellamy, thank you so much for this honor. And I would like to dedicate not only this speech to him and all of the board, the chairpersons, Dr. Catherine Collins, Steve Finch, and all its distinguished members to this fine dais of extreme honors. I'm just honored to be here, honored to be in your presence. I dedicate this talk to his father, Herbert Bellamy Sr., the visionary, and to one of my first teachers, one of my mothers, Mrs. Irma G. Robinson. She was that swift hand of discipline of St. John's Youth Choir. And there's many times she went upside my head and many of ours in this room. She passed away just a couple of years ago. And also Miss Carol Salter Glover, the former general manager at WUFO. This honor that I've been given today, I do it during a time when many of us are wondering how we're going to fill our gas tanks, how we're going to get to work, most importantly, how we're going to feed our children. This is a question that we've got to look at ourselves each and every day. As we look in the mirror of reality, we must realize that throughout the course of human endeavor, it is sometimes deemed necessary for a group of people or a community or a city to take action themselves to change their condition. We must pay honor to those that emulate the power and determination of one of the most important powers that you could ever have, and that is a made-up mind. The late Dr. John Henry Clark stated that a made-up mind has the power to change the world. A made-up mind can make a determination that I will end the drug activity in the communities, that I will begin to bankrupt drug dealers by not having any more customers for them. That's the power of a made-up mind. The mayor wouldn't have to waste money getting illegal guns off the street because we take away their customers. This is the power of a made-up mind. For you, we honor you that have been chosen as Black achievers to join this family. And this is a challenge. When you receive this plaque saying that you're a Black achiever in the year that you achieved it, it is a challenge and a charge to your commitment to the moral sanctity of human endeavor. Herbert Bellamy Sr. was a visionary. He recognized in order to build a central core of a community, you needed to honor the sacrifices of those who have labored diligently and have achieved excellence. For these are the best of times, but they are also the worst of times. The very moral fabric that has been made so strong is now being put to the test. We are seeing banks go out of business, from WAMU to IndyMac. You don't know where your investments are or your retirements. The economy is in an absolute disaster. More than $10 trillion of debt is what we owe in this country.